Welcome back, Spartans. So I just wanted to do a quick little response to something I just saw in the news and stuff today. I know I haven't posted anything else since the first video. Holidays, lots of stuff going on, things happening with people, whatnot. And a lot of it is just me trying to continue to work through everything and kind of figure out what's going on with everything. But I did have to say something about one thing that came up recently, and then I'll have more to say about lots of other stuff later. But it was about the fact that Joe Biden has pardoned his son now for the federal crimes he was charged with, involving some tax forms and improper paperwork to buy a gun, being under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and all the various problems he had. At first, when you first hear it, it sounds kind of bad. Not gonna lie. President pardoned his son. Sounds kind of bad on his face. But in reality, though, it really doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. And it's not because it's Joe Biden. It's not because it's the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party goes after its own people all the time. I can give you a couple of recent examples of that if you want it. But it's the fact that if his name had been Hunter Smith, or if Joe Biden had been Joe Howard, then this would have never happened. He would have never been charged for this stuff. He would have never been attacked like this. He would have never went through all the years of crap he has gone through because of these people. And speaking of pardons, though, let's talk about that for a moment. What wasn't there some other president who pardoned some people who were pretty close to him and did some stuff for him, stuff that they were convicted of and that they confessed to? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Roger Stone, Trump's personal advisor, one of his campaign people. Steve Bannon was pardoned for all kinds of things. One of them being grifting up millions of dollars from people with his whole help build the wall campaign scheme piece of crap. Who else we got here? Oh yeah, Paul Manafort, the Russian guy who helped work his campaign first time around, 2016. And Flynn, General Flynn, despite pleading guilty to all sorts of lies and other crap during the Russia probe, he got pardoned too. Let's see, was there anyone else? Oh yeah, that's right. All these Republican congressmen during Trump's first term, all 7 of them, they got pardons for all kinds of improprieties and other crimes and things like that. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Trump pardoned Jared Kushner's dad, his daughter's father-in-law, who hired a prostitute to seduce his own brother-in-law in a New Jersey motel and then recorded it to use that as blackmail against his own sister. He got a pardon too. Oh, and now he's going to be the ambassador to France. Anything else going on? Oh yeah, and Trump also named another one of his daughter's father-in-laws as an advisor to the Middle East, because I'm sure he has all kinds of credentials when it comes to that. He picked a Florida sheriff as a DEA administrator, who Trump also gave a pardon to his father-in-law. Lots of father-in-laws doing stuff here. He picked a Fox News contributor for the role of Surgeon General. Now, There's a DR by this woman's name. It's all I know about her. I haven't took time to really look her up, but I have to question that she's the best choice for the job of Surgeon General if she's doing commentary on Fox News. I mean, are we just picking all the people we see on Fox News and podcasts for this crap anymore? Oh, and our daughters' fathers-in-laws who we're giving, pardons to all the time. Oh, no. We're also picking businessmen who have absolutely no military experience to be Secretary of the Navy. But, they did give a big, hefty, donation contribution to the campaign, because, Citizens United let that start happening. So, good job there. And, of course, don't forget Tulsi Gabbard, who has long spouted Russian propaganda and talking points and apologized for Russia and other autocratic dictatorships. Don't forget about her. Now, we want her to be our national intelligence leader. Oh my God. And then, of course, there was the whole Matt Gaetz thing. But he got booted out, thankfully, to be replaced by a woman named Bundy, I believe. No relation to Al Bundy. I would certainly take Al Bundy any day of the week. But no. Or Bondi. Bondi's her name. I'm going to call her Bundy from now on, though. That's funny. Yeah. Because all we need for Attorney General was a sex trafficker. I mean, that works, right? That works. Top quality shelf top quality stuff right there. And then, of course, there's RFK Jr., who says that he did a lot of heroin. Worked really well for him. And he thinks that Wi-Fi causes cancer in the brain. Yeah, it don't, by the way. There's a difference between ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. I understand that might be difficult for some people to understand. But one of them hurts you. The other one doesn't. So yeah, top shelf picks. And then of course there was Dr. Oz for another health role, because he's a doctor on TV, so obviously he knows what he's doing, right? And just and don't forget Pete Hegseth, the Fox News guy, who he wants to be the Department Secretary of Defense, even though he has a long history of drunkenness and multiple marriages and adultery and cheating and poor management skills. He couldn't even manage a non-for-profit with a handful of employees without driving it into the ground, mostly because of all the drunkenness and the adultery and everything else. But that's quality picks. That's our quality cabinet right there. But you know what? I mean, honestly, it shouldn't be too shocking. But really, I think Rachel actually explains it really well. So why don't we just listen to her for a moment and just get her take on things.
And I'm just going to mention this one more time. He named his convicted felon relative to be our nation's ambassador in Paris. Maybe his French is excellent. I don't know. But yes, tell me more about how outraged we all are about President Biden's pardon for his son. Because somehow that is the thing that looks bad. Trump himself responded to the pardon news by asking sarcastically whether the pardon includes all the convicted defendants from the violent attack on Congress waged by his supporters on January 6th, 2021. If nothing else, that reaction from Trump serves to confirm and remind us all that Trump plans to use his pardon power to pardon all of those January 6 convicts, apparently as soon as he's sworn in. And so if this is our national moment to be tut-tutting about pardons, right, to be saying that the use of the pardon power might be a problem and might deserve, like, I don't know, 4 different simultaneous headlines on the front page of the New York Times right now tonight, then let's talk about this other one. Let's talk about a 33-year-old man who lives in Henry County, Georgia, just southeast of Atlanta. Well, he used to live there. He doesn't live there anymore. Now he lives in prison, where he is serving 4 years and 9 months in prison. And this is why.
Party of law and order.
So Trump is indicating that that guy's going to get a pardon. Trump is indicating that he's going to pardon all the patriots who were convicted for what they did for him on January 6th, which presumably includes this guy, wailing away on police officers using a crutch to try to smash their faces in. I mean, this was Trump's sarcastic response to Biden's pardon announcement today. Does the pardon given by Joe include the J6 hostages? This isn't what hostages look like. This is what January 6th looked like from police officers' perspectives. And that is the behavior on January 6th. You see him here dragging a police officer down the steps of the Capitol. That's the behavior on January 6th that Trump is praising and promising to use his pardon power for. So yeah, tell me all about the scandal of the use of the pardon power.
Spartans, I can't do anything about any of this right now other than sit here and try to show you and try to document what's going on. I would do have a message though for Democrats or Republicans or anyone else who thinks that maybe this kind of crap is too much and we need to do something about it. Democrats, you need to forget about this whole concept or ideas of norms. They're not playing that game. That game is over. We're playing a new game where if you have the power to do it and you don't, well, you lost, basically. Republicans, especially those in the Senate, you have a duty to actually look at these people and decide if they have the correct moral character or the wealth of experience for the awesome responsibility of helping to lead and guide the government of this nation. If you just roll over and say, well, Trump wants them, so we're going to do it, well, then you failed. You have failed your responsibility to this country. And one day people will wake up. Enough people will wake up to that. For everyone else, for all you Spartans out there, do what you can. Again, try to do the little things in your life that can make a difference here and there. Show people this video. Show people other things, other evidence, when they say something that just looks completely stupid on its face, point it out. Don't let it all just skate by. And for God's sake, somebody run for something. Somebody get Hal Rogers out of there. Rand Paul's coming up again pretty soon. The only thing I can say good about him right now is that he did say he doesn't think military troops should be used on foreign soil for deportations. However, he also thinks that we should be able to get rid of mayors just because they don't want to do what they're told by the president. I didn't realize that the president was such a king that he could just order a mayor to do whatever he wants them to do. But here we are. So, that being said, Spartans, stay strong. You know, it's the holiday season. I mean, as crazy as this crap is, there are still good moments to be found in life. Don't let them take all that away from you. If you have a moment of joy, take that joy. Enjoy it, you know. Do the holiday dinners. Enjoy your kids. Watch a good movie. Whatever you do. If you don't want to do it with a Trump supporter, I'm totally cool with that. Lord knows I'm not going to. And they know it. And if they don't know it, then they're not paying attention. And I'll be happy to tell them when the time comes. But anyway, I hope this finds you well and in good spirits, in good health, and I hope to be back talking to you more very soon. Take care, Spartans. I'm out.